After you complete this lesson, you should be able to use the Add Station command to add a phone to an existing phone system and identify the required fields on the station SAT form. To add a station, just use the SAT command, Add Station. The identifier there would be the extension number you want to use, or if you're not sure, if it doesn't matter, you can actually type in next. It'll give you the next available extension number starting at the lowest number on the dial plan. If you try and use an existing extension, Communications Manager will advise you that you're using a duplicate, a number that's already used. When you use the Add Station form, you also not only add the telephone, you can go to various pages on that form and add all the features of which you would like this phone to have. In order to locate a port address, here's some steps. If it's an IP phone, you don't have to worry about it. The field is automatically populated with IP. But if you're assigning a digital or an analog phone, you must locate an unused port. The command to do that would be list configuration. You'll see there's lots of options of that command, but since in this one we're looking at just stations, the command would be list configuration stations. And when you locate an unassigned port address, you would put that in the port field or in the station form. The next few slides will describe that process. If you have a port network, if you remember their address A through E, A being the bottom, E being the top, so they can be stacked up to 5 high. What you must locate is which of these carriers are you going to add your telephone, which has the correct circuit pack that has been with an unassigned port. Here's an example here of using cabinet 1. You have up to 64 of them. The letter C, so we're using that particular carrier. Slot 5, and we're using port 3 on that particular circuit pack. The command to find the available ports is list configuration, and in this case, since we're looking at stations, again, list configuration stations. It is the same for media gateways. The difference is you can tell you're at a media gateway because the port numbers start with the V as in Victor. You'll see the media gateways. The first number is going to be the media gateway number itself. In our case, we're going to use media gateway 1, so it'll be 001. We're going to use slot 8. So we'll be V as in Victor, 8. And we're going to use the first port, or port 01. All right, so let's add a couple phones. First, we'll add an IP phone, and here's the command, add station, and let's add extension 4004. One good thing about Jedi is if you go to an individual field and do a right mouse click, it's like hitting the help command. So now we can scroll down and see all the valid set types in Communications Manager. So we're going to choose a 9620 for this particular phone. And once I hit the tab and get out of that field, you'll see that it automatically fills in IP for the port. A name, this is informational, so we'll do just a name. Very important here, with IP telephones, you must give them a security code. Normally, the security code is the same as the extension number, so let's put that in there, 4004. And when I hit tab, you'll see it goes to an asterisk, which means it's protected so no one can see what the security code is. The administrator, by the way, can change this. So let's enter this. I can either hit F3 or click on the enter button. And you'll notice down here in the bottom left of the screen, the command was successfully completed. Make a point of looking at this part of the screen in Communications Manager, because if there's any errors or things that it doesn't like, it will tell you right there. Another example we talked about was, we talked about port networks, and we also talked about media gateways. So let's add a digital phone that must be connected to either one of those with the proper circuit pack. Well, first we have to find an available circuit pack location. And the command to do that would be list configuration. And we're looking for a station, so we'll put in list configure for stations. On the left-hand side, that's the actual circuit pack locations, the board type. And over here, it tells you whether it's been assigned or not. If you have a number in the slot right here, this is telling you that circuit pack location is in use. So let's look on. We could actually use port 2 here, or we could use a board which would be Media Gateway 1, slot V8, and port 01 is vacant. So now we can do the add station command. We'll add extension 4005. We'll leave it as a digital set type. Remember, the second digit of 4 tells you it is a digital telephone. In the port number, now we must add something. So we'll do Media Gateway 001, slot V8, and port 1. And once I click or tab off of that field, if I was using invalid circuit pack type or it was already in use, Communication Manager would give me that error right down here. So we'll do our name here. And with a digital or analog phone, you do not need a security code. So all I have to do here is click on the enter, and I'm done. And to verify it's in there, I can do the command to list all the stations in the system, and that command is list stations. And there are 2 new phones. And right now, since I'm finished adding my phones, a very important command. Do not forget save translations. That way, if something happens in the system right now, I don't lose anything I've done. In this section, we've covered adding 2 different types of telephones. We've added one IP type telephone and one digital type telephone.